All right, all right. It looks like I'm live. No, I don't have, so I don't know that anybody is going to be live chatting, but got live chat on, and it's a live chat replay. So if anybody live chats, I always get upset because I watch live streams later because a lot of the time zone differences. I watch people from the East Coast and Midwest, and by the time I get home, their live streams are over. So I don't get to see the live chat on the side. And I'm always wondering because they respond to the people in chat. And I'm like, you don't know what they said. So I'm going to try to leave the live chat replay option on. We'll see how that plays out. If it doesn't work, I'll turn it off. As the title of the video says, it's my very first live stream. Grade, and I don't know, I got a convoluted background. I'm just out in my shop right now, haven't set up anything for a studio or whatnot, but that's all to come later. I just wanted to do basically a test run, and as far as something to say, well, I watch a lot of YouTube creators in the motorcycle world. And one of them put out a video, I believe it was yesterday. It was captioned something to the effect of all motorcycle clubs are gangs or something like that. And I've been thinking quite a bit about it. I have a riders group at this moment. On some levels, we operate like a club. We have a logo, we have swag, gear, matching, and we ride in packs and try to follow pack riding protocol when we're out and about. And it has been said that people think we're a club at sometimes, and we have to remind them. It even says on our thing, it says riders group. I think maybe it doesn't on all of the insignias, but anyways, stereotypes affect the entire motorcycle community, the entire biker community, even down to people who are motorcycle enthusiasts, people that ride by themselves. Hey, I see a fat boy. What's up, brother, man? Son's game, but I'm on. Oh, nice. I feel honored that you are taking notice of me during your family time. Thank you very much. That is Harley Fatboy Jr. You'll see him in the chat thing if it works like I think it will. And he's one of my inspirations for this. So good to see you on here, brother, man. Mahalo, if I hope I'm saying that correctly with my incredibly Caucasian accent. But anyways, the stereotype of the dirty, filthy, non-law abiding biker affects all of us that are out there riding, because I find they have various attitudes. Oh, and it's reconnecting. Come on. Okay, hopefully I'm back on. Sorry about that. My Wi-Fi is probably not the greatest, so hopefully it stays fairly steady. But cagers have various attitudes towards us on motorcycles. In our group, we have made it a point we try to ride respectfully. We respect other people on the road, realize we're not the only ones there. And unless we get into a situation where it affects our safety, or just run into cagers that are people on the road. But the cagers, a lot of them, a good percentage of them do not see the difference between one motorcyclist, one biker that cut them off at one point, one pack of bikers that rumbled past their house a little too loud, we know in 2022, a lot of people get their stories and their information from social media, Twitter, Facebook, so on and so forth, and without actually verifying things in their own world and in reality. And doing that creates ignorance with people that don't ride. It was mentioned on I don't know if I don't know the protocol here. I don't know if I'm supposed to name drop or whatever, but the video in my mind is from Insane Throttle Biker News. Hollywood put it out a couple days ago, and he was mentioning how because of media fed types that all bikers are gang members of sorts, quote unquote, and people that don't ride, people that aren't in the motorcycle world, don't understand the difference between people that are out there doing bad things and people that aren't. And another good point he brought up is just because there is an individual or maybe a small section of people in a larger group that are doing things unsightly, unruly, whatever you want to call it, unlawful maybe at times, who knows, doesn't mean that the entire group should be labeled as such. But when you get into cagers, it goes farther than just that group. They tend to label everybody on two wheels as somebody that is going to rob them, steal them, run them off the road, whatever their CNN polluted mind act accordingly, with fear, usually. And it's uncalled for. It really is. I ride with a very respectable group of people, have paid a lot of money for their motorcycles, are still paying a lot of money for their motorcycles. They ride, some of them are even fair weather riders, but they're just normal everyday people that you would have next to you, living next to you. They could be in a car or a truck, and that person you look over and you wave at, talking to you cagers, the person that you wave at because you see them in a car or a truck, he's driving his Toyota Camry today and is on his way home from work, and he's going to put on leathers and he's going to get on a Harley Davidson or an Indian or what have you. And he's going to go out there and he's going to be one of those bikers that you apparently don't like because you like to generalize people. There are people that do bad things. There are people in every group that do bad things. My first reaction was, okay, so because you heard a story on the internet that 2 or 3 biker people were shooting at each other during a biker gathering somewhere or something, usually, or during, with bikers doing biker things. Very rarely do you hear bikers going and, having altercations with normies in a shopping mall or at the local Winco. Normally, when these rare things do happen, they are bikers on bikers situation. But you see these stories and your imagination goes crazy. And then everybody you see in black leather and a patch on their vest, you're afraid they're going to shoot you. And that's crazy because, all right, let's take, for instance, the media that feeds this. And they do. The media likes, they're fishing for clicks, as they call it nowadays. It used to be, they're fishing for viewers when it was actually on your 6 o'clock news that probably very few people watch anymore, but it's still the same. You remember the old song Dirty Laundry, and they're still doing it. They just do it with a keyboard and a screen in front of them instead of a giant camera and a live feed van somewhere. But the media still feeds it. And let's hold them to their standard. The people that write these stories. Okay, so you're a writer, we'll say, or an editor, or somebody in the newsroom, and you want to put forth the image that because 2 people 2 weekends ago shot at each other and they were part of the biker community, therefore all the biker community is running around with guns and they want to shoot people. Okay, so let's hold you to your own standards. Let's go down the grocery list of things we found out that NBC and ABC and CNN employees, for lack of another way to put it, have been charged with and fired for, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to automatically assume that you, Mr. Oregonian editor, are also guilty of inappropriate sexual advances or fraud or whatever various charges you can get laid upon you in the media community. But because a couple people did it over there at ABC, that must mean all of you are doing it and you're all like that. Because that's your state. Not that any media people are going to watch this or see this, but who knows, maybe. I'm not sure if I'm still on, but I'm going to wait for the reconnection. Okay, there we go. Sorry if this has pauses on it. It's because my Wi-Fi is crappy. But yeah, if we hold them to there, then everybody in media is a schmuck. And in my opinion, that's probably not too far from the truth, but I do know people in independent media, and I have known some journalists in the past that were straight up people. So I can't, again, I don't want to be a hypocrite, so I'm not going to say all journalists and all media are bad, because I've known people, you know, just like I know a lot of bikers don't like cops, but I know a lot of stand-up, straightforward cops. So I do not label all cops with a wide brush. But that's what the video is about, and that's what's made me think, because I ride with people that would, you know, I mean, we literally will stop on the side of the road to help people. You know, we could be going above the speed limit, let's say, walk, because that's the kind of riders we are. Please reconnect. It's making me wait. I said, I'm not sure if I'm actually streaming right second. There we go. It says I'm back on. But that's the kind of riding I hang out with and the kind of people I hang out with. They belong to other organizations, other charities, things of that are very respectable, that would make you go, oh, those are real nice people. But yet, when we're cruising down the highway and we're doing 65 and a 55 going up a hill, but somebody wants to get ahead of us and they're going 85, and they're willing to do anything they can to get away from the big scary biker gang. And that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ludicrous. So that's my take on it. Stereotypes are bad. And it's 2022, and we preach against racism, and rightfully so. We're supposed to be inclusive. We're supposed to judge people on the contents of their character, as MLK said. It doesn't just go for skin color. It goes for lifestyles as well. We're supposed to be inclusive of people that have alternative sexual lifestyles. Okay. I have an alternative lifestyle. It just happens to include leathers and motorcycles. And it's the same with their life. It doesn't make us bad people. It doesn't make us gang members. As they like to put the narrative they like to push in the press. Reconnecting again. Again, I don't know if I'm on or not. Okay, it says I'm back. So anyways, I'm going to cut this short because I'm going to see what this Wi-Fi is doing to my video. But hopefully somebody enjoys this a little bit and respects my opinion. I hope. It's just my opinion. And like I said, it's my first time going live. Hopefully it'll get better from here. But if you liked it, then give me a thumbs up and like. And if you haven't subscribed, then please do so, because it's reconnecting again. So I love the people that I ride with. They're my family, but I would like to reach more people. And so if you could help me out, that would be great. and I'm hoping to, we do a lot of benefits and charity things and just generally nice things for people in our group, and we're hoping to promote that more. If you're in the Pacific Northwest, specifically the Portland region or between Portland, Salem, Sheridan on June 4th, a bike show. It's going to be a bike show with cash prizes. Local Harley dealerships going to help sponsor us. A few of the parts warehouses, I'll just say their names: Timbertown Harley, Cycle World, Cycle Country, Cycle Gear. A couple of Auto Power O'Reilly's comes to mind. So we have some pretty decent sponsors. We're doing it in conjunction with the American Legion Riders. It will be at an American Legion Hall, actually. So June 4th, if you can find your way to Sheridan, Oregon, out here in Podunk, Yamhill County, then come out here, meet us, meet the Highway 18 Riders Group, meet the American Legion Riders. If you're a veteran, maybe and you're not familiar with American Legion, it could be a learning experience for you. Yeah, like I said, I don't know how many people on here or see this video will actually be able to come out that, but if you can, then please do. Love to meet new riders. Love to just have a good time in the community, and the more people we have, the better. It's more people, more fun. Anyways, like I said, now that I'm going to test this out, so hopefully this didn't do so bad for my first shot, and hope you enjoyed what I had to say. Again, shameless self-promotion. Please like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you more in the future. Every dog has its day, and I'm doing my best to share my days with you. Dog on the Hog.